Hey. Hey, Galactic Venom. Sorry, I got caught in a bit of a coughing fit. I was eating some ground beef and choked on it. Sure, of course. Oh, shit. Nice. You're not too far from the top score either. How much longer till you take the #1 spot? I'm rooting for you. Sorry about that. It's probably Mark, the developer. Guess he really likes it. Hey, yeah, I'm just got a bit of a cough and I choked on a bit of my dinner. I need to stop looking at the computer and reading when I'm eating food because I end up choking too often. And I'm dying. But, yeah, you know, kind of some of the stuff I was thinking about earlier today is just how on a long-term project, I think it's very difficult for me to maintain confidence in what I'm doing. I know it is. It really is. Yeah, it was kind of like went up into my nose. Yeah, I know I should do that. The thing is, like, my kitchen and my living room are all together. There's no separation. Like here, I'm touching my kitchen. You can see the tall chairs, right? So it's like it's here. I can technically have my hand is in the kitchen and my hand is in the living room. I know, but you're like, and then I saw something on Twitter and I was like, and then I started choking. Yeah, and this happens so often. I keep not like every meal or anything, but more frequently than it should. Which is basically it never should. I know. It's dangerous. Every day eating is a risk. But you know what I wanted to talk about was and I know I shouldn't have. I was feeling really good today. You know, I got a lot of work done. Went to the gym and was on the phone with my family. And man, it's just hard. I think the indie developer lifestyle is a tough one. I'm not. They're supportive, but you know, like my grandmother, she's always asking me when I'm gonna ship, and you know, reminding me that I'm almost 30 and that I've been working on this game for 5 years, and that stuff, like, and that stuff really gets to me, you know, like. It's hard. And I'll be honest, you know, I've been keeping the development of the game super transparent, but like I really struggle with not feeling like a loser. Yeah, it's just like you know, because this choice is so different, right? It's like I don't have a real job. For 5 years, I've just been working on this thing. No savings. And you know, it's gonna come out, it's gonna get like a 6 out of 10 on Polygon. And it's hard to, like, they're supportive, you know, but then it's like they're worried. They're like, I understand for them it's more out of being worried for me. But all that does is it just takes the wind out of my sails, you know, like today I was like feeling so good. I got so much done. I'm feeling, you know, like these new programmers that I brought on are super good. We just had these like great meetings. Like the first meeting was at 9, and it was like 2 meetings back to back, and then I streamed and did a bunch of stuff. Got my taxes done, and then just like this phone call, and it was 5 minutes, and I was just like, so yeah, and I don't. But the thing is, it makes the most sense for me to finish this, right? I can't. If I give up on this game now, for me personally, it's like I will always live my life being like, man, I spent 4.5 years, and when I was so close, when I was like arm's reach away from the finish line, I couldn't do it. And like in the industry, I'd have a much better chance of getting work, even though that's not necessarily my intention. Right? Like I'd be in the best position to look for a job in the industry if I finish Manifold Garden. If I didn't, everyone's just like, oh yeah, Manifold Garden, I remember that game. You never finished it? Like, what's the deal with that? It is, and I understand why now. Like, it's so hard. Yeah, I mean, I use the gym as a kind of meditation. I just can't, I've tried, and I can't sit still for half an hour, It's like I can do 10, 15 minutes, and then I get too anxious. The gym kind of gives me the movements and the resistance, but yeah, anyway. Not the most pleasant topic, but I wanted to talk about it. I think it's important to. It's just, that's like that's stuff that a lot of that you don't see game developers talk about often. And I think, yeah, you know what, I should really start doing it. Like I've definitely gotten a lot better at dealing with this kind of stuff than I used to be, but it's like it's a daily struggle, And then my French pen pal sent me a letter, and I read that, and that made me very happy. I gotta write a letter in French later. Okay, I will do it. Yes. Yeah, no. It's yeah, no, 100%. I have no excuses, really. Yeah, one thing I will say is I used to have a very difficult time sleeping, but and my doctor was going to prescribe me a Xanax, and I'm not taking that because I read about it, and then Xanax seems like a total disaster. But I just took melatonin for a few days, and I started, and I just got my sleep schedule back on track, and I've been keeping it. You're eating a fruit salad. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I don't do sugar in my life, and well, I think it's never like you never get to a final state where it's all perfect, right? It's just this. Like it's like somebody. I remember reading this thing about going to the gym, and people were like, "Oh, what's the level you want to reach at?" Right? Like now you're telling me all this stuff, and it's helping me. But anyway, people talk about like, oh, one day I want to lift 500 pounds or squat 500 pounds and deadlift 2,000 pounds or something. Probably not 2,000. That's crazy. And then somebody said, actually, you shouldn't think about it like that. You should think about, can you keep going to the gym? And can you lift more than you lift last time or 2 weeks ago? And I think that, like, the point being, it's not so much about some arbitrary end state, but making progress. So my next thing is I gotta stop eating from the computer. I just gotta, I gotta make a rule where it's like my desk is just a no food zone, which is also better for my keyboard. And then I'll stop choking on food because I'm reading Twitter. Yeah. Anyway, continuing with sharing about the development process, I think, yeah, something to be aware of. Life as a series of vectors. Wow, that's a very mathy approach. It's good. I like it. Yeah, and it's hard, you know. My family obviously doesn't play video games, so it's hard for them to explain. Oh, I have nothing against free food. I just shouldn't be eating that stuff while I'm looking at my computer. Does milk count as not being able to reach my desk? Milk is healthy, I think. I mean, I drink at least 1 glass of milk a day. It is definitely a good source of protein. By the way, so tomorrow I won't be streaming in my normal time. Actually, this is very, very cool. I think I can share it. But I am going to be on Twitch Weekly, on the official Twitch channel. I think. Not me. I think they're just going to talk about my channel, which is very cool. Yeah. Not anymore. Not anymore. I did. I took melatonin for 2 nights and corrected it, and then I've been, yeah, just kind of coasting. I've cut out caffeine. I used to drink like 5 cups of coffee a day. I've cut that out, and that's helped a lot. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like my family has some pretty old school conceptions, and yeah, they have my best interest in mind. But yeah, like you said, their anxieties can really rub off on me, and it's, they're worried about like, well, you have no money, you're not gonna get married, which is not true. I think, right, like. If someone's marrying you for your money, maybe you shouldn't be marrying them. Yeah, let's talk about sleep tips. I do not begin new TV series before I go to sleep now. Some of those, like I've started like with Spartacus. I started watching that, and then it was like I watched the whole season in one night, and that messed up my schedule. So yeah, I don't do that. Healthy breakfast, yep. For me, protein shake, oatmeal, whole milk. Oh, you know what I did? I deleted Twitter off my phone. Because I used to, when I couldn't sleep, I'd wake up and just browse Twitter on my phone, and inevitably, I'd see something upsetting. And I just deleted it. And it's helped me not tweet dumb stuff. So yeah, I don't have Twitter on my phone, which has been great. Yeah, and I don't have like a lot of apps on my phone to begin with, so by not having Twitter on it just means like even if I look at my phone, there's nothing to do. Regulating the time you eat your other meals also helps. Yeah, I mean that's not too hard to keep up. Like I get hungry. Rue boys. Okay. I drink a chamomile. Like one thing I've been doing is writing in a diary, like with pen. I got a fountain pen, and that I've been finding just the physical act of writing to be very relaxing for me. Rubio is also known as red tea. It's herbal tea with no caffeine. Yeah, so I've cut out caffeine in my life. That's been quite nice. But yeah, the nice thing is like, because the thing I used to struggle with is like I lie in bed for 20 minutes, half an hour, and not fall asleep. And now it's like I put my head on the pillow and I'm out, and it's glorious. Yeah, and I find, I used to just live on like 5 hours of sleep a night. And now that I've been getting like 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, anything less than that is just brutal. Well, I guess I used to do like 5-6 hours and try to fix it with caffeine. And now I know like, okay, there is a hole. Oh. I'm digging the self-care conversation chat. This is important, man. And I'll be honest, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I think oftentimes as artists we don't talk enough about, or I don't know, sometimes artists almost romanticize mental health problems. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. Did you use any guides before you started? When you started meditating? Oh, thank you. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've looked into meditation before because John Blow has talked about that a few times. And how he has talked about how it's for him it's been one of the things that he attributes to how having helped him make it through the development of the witness. And yeah, I've kind of dealt with things in like just my own weird way, and not all of them have been healthy. I have tried to develop healthy habits. But yeah, anyway, stuff is hard. Yeah. I think part of it too is like the devlog and the streaming kind of they offer these things about reminders, right? And we were looking at earlier today. I was looking at somebody as a joke. Somebody had posted this as a game that they made. I asked him what games people were working on, and he posted this, which was Relativity from December 11, 2013. And the game has come so far since. Yeah, it is. It definitely has been this sort of moving target, basically. And the closer you come to it, you almost feel you should be even closer. It's like after all this time, how am I still not there? And that's also that can be tricky. And identify purely as male. Yeah. Oh, we do. As you know, I think as one thing I do really like about being an artist is I feel I'm in a much easier position to talk about kind of these things. Hmm. Yeah, I like that actually. Hey, Garlic. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm here and I'm working. I feel like I've got enough. I've got, all in all, a net positive. Right? I think Manifold Garden looks great. I know I haven't shown too much of the gameplay, but I know it plays great. And that's not just sort of my opinion. It's I've watched a lot of people play. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but Oh, homework. I hate homework. Yeah. Did you post the link? You said, I think you talked about it. Let me make sure to write that down. Alan. I'm sure there's like a Berkeley one about guided meta that I've heard about. Alright, thank you for the link. I will make sure to check this out. Huh. I feel like when I'm meditating, I'm always trying to like imagine this white room, and perhaps that's maybe the wrong way to go about it. Like when they say to clear your mind, that's what I'm thinking. Do you feel like when you're done meditating, are you like, okay, now I'm finished? Or how do you know when you're done? Like, do you reach this state? You know, is it like eating where you're like, okay, I'm full, or you just set a certain amount of time? Right. Oh, you know what I can do? All right. Well, hey man, thanks so much for stopping by and for the chat and the advice. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's meditation is something I've been interested in for years. I've tried it on and off, and read a book, meditation, head to sleep. That, you know what, sounds to me like an excellent decision. Yeah, I'm gonna do that soon. I'm gonna put in another hour here. I'm in a good zone right now with this level design, which I always, and when I'm in this zone, I always try to take full advantage of it. It's just a good spot for me to be in. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. The next time we chat, we're gonna talk about some meditation. Hey, dude. Hey, man. Hariku. Hey, yes, well, fortunately, well, first of all, thanks so much for letting me know. Really appreciate it. And the other thing is, yeah, I am getting very, very close. I am getting very, very close. Yeah, it's just, in fact, I'm on track to get a rough draft of the entire game done by the end of this month. That's what I am aiming for at the moment. So yeah, the wait shouldn't be too long. We've got some. I'm pretty excited about a lot of stuff we're doing now. Oh, I like this. This is cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, I do have to make sort of compromises with life. But yeah, it's definitely I am taking the time it needs to finish, which isn't always easy. Kind of had some conversations earlier about the struggles with that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a good thing. It is tricky to sort of. It can be tricky to. Yeah, not get too carried away, I guess. That's what I wanted to say. Original concept, ha! Oh. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's pretty tedious, I guess. Hello, what's up, Jaith King? What brings you here tonight? Oh, he left. See if Craig Game Dev was online. Jason, you disappeared from my viewer list, and I thought my activity was so tedious you left. Yeah, I guess Jason isn't online. Yeah, it's called Manifold, and it's very different from Kreia. 3D puzzle exploration game. Jason actually used his own engine, which Manifold Garden does not. Garden is built with Unity. On Windows. Who develops on Linux? I mean, seriously. I don't think I know any developers, game developers developing on Linux. Wait, you're making a game in Linux? But why? Okay, I have no idea why there's sunlight here. Should not be. I guess the reason most devs don't is just like, you know, PS4 is the main. Sorry, I mean Windows is the main. Well, Windows is the main operating system for gamers. You don't think it will stay that way for long with Steam? You don't think you don't think people will keep using Windows? I'm curious why you think that. I know for most developers, you know, Linux is like 0.02% of their sales. I think the problem is like everybody has a different setup, right? So it's hard to you can export it, but then everybody's got like a different operating system setup, and it's just really hard to make everyone happy is the issue. And it just means you have to have another extra environment to set up and test for. Because, yeah, inevitably things go wrong. Yeah, and to me, you know, they help, but I don't think they're necessarily like solutions. We were working on it this afternoon. It just kind of evolved. So what I wanted to do was extend this part where you see that, like, you've got this, you got this glass, and you're looking at the inside of this room, and then you turn around and this continues on. And hardly difficult. Thank you for the host. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to my humble corner of the internet. I'm your host, William Chu. I'm working on this game, Manifold Garden. It's got some impossible geometry and physics, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So the idea is, like, you look at this room, and I'm trying to get a sense if it feels like that, right? Like, it should feel like you're looking at this room and it's the inside and it looks very strange. And then you come around here and it's boom, and it feels completely different. Like it should have a very, very different feel on the inside, and you can actually come out, and interestingly, this brings you to the other side of this of the stairs. How much acid? That I will not share on the stream. How much have I done tonight? So yeah, but anyway, I want you to walk through this and feel very different. So let's come back here and spend some time on the visuals. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, and I want you to think that, right? Like, I want it to feel Sure. Let me finish redoing this area and then I can walk you through it. It is going to be kind of spoilerific, but Ezra, thank you for the auto host. Yeah. Like, you know, I love the way you have this kind of really tight column, and it, you know, when you walk through it, it's like boom. But the thing is, I've got a bit of a problem. The problem is that this Hey, Toxic Kush, how's it going? So I love the way this looks. This is pretty crazy. Alright, I think I need to take a break for this one. I'm not really sure what to do anymore here. Alright, that's gonna be it for me for tonight. I am going to host another streamer. So tomorrow you should all watch the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/twitch, be on the front page, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And Garlic, thank you so much for the support. Yeah, right now I'm kind of just building a whole bunch of levels out, and we will see what happens. So now that we've got these portals working well, I'm still like fully wrapping. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to break space in interesting ways. Like I'm like kind of tempted. Part of me doesn't want to do the breaking space thing because I feel like that's just gonna get me compared to Antichamber more. But you know, Antichamber isn't the first game or the only game to do that. So like, there's a ton of Portal mods that play with space in similar ways. Oh, but yeah, it's a. Yeah, I'm kind of, these are always going to take a while. So yeah, but I'm super happy with this. Like this is an idea I had for a long time, which is that you're inside of this giant tower. And you kind of just keep, if you can keep climbing it, but you'll never, you'll never get out. And you can go down too, you won't get out here. And the idea is that, well, you come into this room and you've got to solve a puzzle. But you solve a puzzle by having to go outside. So for example, like, so you see, like, I need to get the box over here, for example. But it's important for me to recognize that that's on the opposite side, right? So what I can do is I can grab this tree. Yes, there we go. Now we've got this puzzle. So the idea is you want to like come around here up to the top and boom, then you're on the other side of the same plane. Even though you went upstairs, you end up directly. Yes, that's it. That's the puzzle here. That is the puzzle. That is the puzzle. Garlic, thank you for your faith in me. You were proven correct this time. Yeah, that's kind of cool, isn't it? That, like, that's cool, right? Because you want to get it to the other side, but you go upstairs and you still come out on the same level. So, that's a cool thing. That's a cool one, and So, we'll leave that, we'll come back, we'll finish it tomorrow morning, and we'll continue designing more levels. Let's just put a whole bunch of cool stuff in here, and then... How will I implement the puzzle? I will do it tomorrow morning. Well, by the time it comes out, it's going to look very different, and then you guys are all going to get super confused anyway. But this is a cool gig. Cool one. Right, I'm going to host my friend, The Good Idea Co., who is another game developer and a very, very cool streamer. And I will see you all tomorrow. As always, hugely appreciative of your support. Bye, everyone.